Hello, today I felt like talking about why I think Legend of the Sea Devils is the worst episode of Doctor Who. Keep in mind that this is my opinion, so feel free to comment your thoughts on the episode down below. Without further ado, let's get on with the review. Unfortunately, the acting is pretty bad. Jodie's performance is a huge step down from what we're used to, as it seems like she's lost the ability she had during Flux. The charisma, the comedy, and that commanding presence seems to have just disappeared for Legend of the Sea Devils. It's so hard to explain, but it feels as if she doesn't even want to be in this episode. It's as if she's forcing out her dialogue, causing it to feel so clunky and different to the usual. However, Jodie's not the only one whose acting isn't the best. The guy who plays Yin Ki also isn't great. He needs a Kablam man to help him deliver his lines. Get it? Because the Kablam man delivers stuff? Speaking of lines, I think Chibnall had a few before he wrote this script. Yeah, doesn't that put an image in your head? Anyway, enough joking around, let's talk about the dialogue. Show don't tell is an essential part of visual storytelling. It's what makes television so much better than the alternatives. I mean, without visual storytelling, you might as well read a book. And let me tell you, I don't like books, they scare me. So with that being said, why does Yaz feel the need to tell us exactly what's on screen?
He's throwing them off.
Really, Yaz? The guy throwing them all off is throwing them all off?
He's forcing them off to die in the water.
Thank God you're here, Yaz. If you didn't tell me he's forcing them all off to die in the water, I'd have had to use my pair of eyes to discover he's forcing them all off to die in the water. This happens so many times throughout the episode, it's crazy. Telling and not showing isn't the only problem with the dialogue, but also the one-liners. When the Doctor catches a Sea Devil, she delivers a one-liner that makes her sound like a fat chick in Burger King.
And I just caught a whopper.
I'm pleased to say that the action in this episode has some good moments. I found the sword fight really quite enjoyable and fun. Nobody should be expecting Star Wars level choreography, so to give it some credit, I truly enjoyed this scene. But unfortunately that's where the praise has to end. Dan takes out 5 Sea Devils in 2 swings. What? Did a child write this? I can't get over this as the same guy who wrote Broadchurch. What happened? The CGI and visuals look pretty bad. However, there was this one stunning scene in the ocean that just was so beautiful to look at. Other than that, Legend of the Sea Devils looked so fake to me. Normally the CGI is lovely to look at, but this one feels a bit cartoonish because of the over-reliance on visual effects. Also, what the hell is this? I feel like I should add a small segment to talk about some of the mistakes I noticed. Like when the weather suddenly changes from sunny to rainy, and how Dan and Yaz set off a trap that just came out of nowhere. These small details could have been solved if the team just put more effort in. It's as if the people making this have lost the fudge! I screwed the line up. Okay, let me try it again. It's as if the people making this have lost the plot. Wow, that was a smooth transition. When I say plot, I mainly want to talk about the ending, but before I do, can anyone actually remember what the story was? Because I certainly can't. I've seen the episode 3 times to help me review it, and I still have no idea because it was that boring. As for the ending, it was dreadful. The Doctor is going to blow up the baddies, but instead they will remove any stakes or consequences from the episode by having someone else blow up the baddies. Oh wait, silly me, I just accidentally watched the Timeless Child ending. Back to Legend of the Sea Devils. The Doctor is going to blow up the baddies, but instead they will remove any stakes or consequences from the episode by having someone else blow up the baddies. And that's pretty much the ending of Legend of the Sea Devils. Thasmin is basically resolved by the Doctor saying, "I would if I could, but I can't so I shan't," and that's it. Legend of the Sea Devils was so bad I had to Google other words for bad. It was a substandard, poor, inferior piece of garbage that I and only 2.2 million others wasted our time on. A repeat of the Antiques Roadshow got more viewers. I genuinely believe this is the worst episode of Doctor Who, and it will receive a 0 out of 10 from me. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, as I would love to read them. Just to say, if you enjoyed this episode, more power to you. I'm glad you had a great time. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you another time.